Alright guys, Captain Taylor here with saltyscales.com. What I want to discuss with you today is a straightforward approach on how to throw a large cast net. And I see a lot of videos on YouTube, and a lot of popular videos actually, but all they do is they show them catching the bait. They don't show you how to throw the net. And I think that kind of defeats the purpose. And even a lot of them were titled how to throw a cast net, but all they're doing is throwing it with no instruction. So I'm here today in hopes to change that. I'm going to show you a really simple way. Now keep an open mind, guys and gals. There's literally a dozen ways to throw a cast net. I'm going to show you a simple way, a way that my uncle showed me when I was just a teenager. It's a quick and easy way to do it, and a straightforward way in throwing a huge net. And like I said, this one isn't too big. It's a 10-footer. I mean, but it's a 3/8 inch mesh, so it's ideal for the Tampa Bay, catching larger thread fins. I can catch pinfish, small mullet, and things like that if I wanted to. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to show you the different parts of the net. So to start off, every net has a few different parts, I should say. This is the hand line. This is what you attach to your wrist, such as that. So that's the part that's always going to be connected to you. Next, we go down, and you'll see the swivel. This allows the braille lines to twist and prevents damage to the rope and the braille lines. This is what they call the horn. Now, here you see the mesh. This is the mesh, and inside of here you see the braille lines. And the braille lines go from the horn or the swivel here, which you can see, all the way down to the lead line. This is obviously the lead. This is the lead line. So the purpose of the braille line, when you pull your hand line, which is connected to the braille line, it closes the net. So I hope that for the beginners out there, that explains exactly what the different parts of the net is and the purpose of the net. Obviously the lead on the lead line, the purpose is to allow it to sink at a rapid pace in order to capture the bait. So it's very simple actually, but it's functional. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the step-by-step procedure on how to load the net and how to make a successful throw with a larger net. So I hope you enjoy. I just discussed with you all the different parts of the cast net. Now I'm going to show you step-by-step a straightforward approach on how to throw a larger cast net. Before me here you see a 10-foot 3/8 mesh cast net that I use. It's a bait net that I use for greenbacks, pinfish, small mullet, things of that nature. The first step to throwing this cast net is to place your hand line over your wrist to secure it. You don't want to lose it to the bottom of the ocean. Next, in order to get the hand line organized, I wrap it around my thumb and my elbow, just like so. And I hold it in my hand just like this. Now I reach down with my, I'm right-handed, so I'm doing this with my left hand. If you're left-handed, you'd probably do it the opposite way as I'm showing you today. So being right-handed, I would reach down and grab the horn of the net, which I showed you earlier, with my right hand. And I would pull it tight to make sure the braille lines are straight. Now I would grab the neck of the cast net right under the horn with my left hand while holding the rope. Now what I do is I pull the net towards me, just like so. So now you're here. Now, the typical rule of thumb is to grab the net about the same height as what your waist is. So that would be approximately right here. So with my left hand, I'm going to come back and I'm going to grab right here on the net, making a loop. So you can see this makes a loop. Okay, you see the loop? Now I have the whole net in my hand here. Alright. Now what I do is I reach down and I grab, and when I place a piece of the line right in between the weights, I'll place that in my mouth, like so. Now what you want to do is you want to evenly divide the weight of the net. Some use a little less, some part it, you know, pretty much where it's equal on both sides. That's what I do. So you would take this, put your right foot out, and gently pull the net over about 8 inches at a time. While you're doing this, you could check the Braille line to make sure that nothing is wrapped up or caught up, and if there is something caught up, you can undo it. So a lot of times, even I know I'm not pulling the whole lead line over my foot, I'll still go through and check it like so. Now you can see how on the left side and the right side, the weight is equally allocated. Now what I do, come close, I take my index finger and my thumb and extend your arm straight down and grab the lead line with your index and your thumb, like so. Come up close. Just like so. Tilt the camera down. Alright, now you notice you have your 3 fingers free. Now you go down and you scoop this net right into your hand, like so. You scoop the net into your hand, just like into your 3 fingers, just like that. And the rest just hangs back here. And you'll see that opens it up. Now when you're throwing this net, you want to use forward upward momentum. And you want to pivot. You don't want to force the net. You want to turn fluidly and release all at the same time. So let me show you how to do that. The stance that I like to take, because I'm right-handed, so my throwing foot is going to be my right foot. So with momentum, I'll come back, like so, and I'll turn and throw, just like that, forward and upward, just like so. So let's give it a go and see how it works. So you can see that the net opened just like it should. Now when you pull the hand line, this closes the net. Obviously we didn't catch anything. So I'm going to run through that one more time at a faster pace so you can see it again. So I just threw the net, release your hand line, and wrap it up. Get it organized again. You don't want nothing grabbing onto anything when you throw the net. Now you can see my bell line's all out. That's because the net's in the closed position. to release your bait or to put it back into the open position, you would grab your horn and step back due to the fact that this is a larger net and pull it tight. Now the braille lines are tight, so now it's in my left hand. I run my right hand down, hopping the net back towards me, run it down to my waist. Now I'm about to create a loop again. Left hand comes over and grabs where my right hand was. Now it's all on the left side of my body. Reach down, place the line in your mouth, right on the corner of your mouth. You don't want to pull any teeth, folks. Now you start to divide the net accordingly. Okay, now I'm just checking the net to make sure none of the braille lines are messed up so that I get the full open. Forward. Grab with your thumb and your index, lay your arm straight down. Now you have your 3 fingers. Now you scoop up the remaining part of the net with your 3 fingers. Just like so. You're going to throw this net, put your right foot forward, left is back, almost standing sideways. So you're not necessarily facing your target, you're standing sideways. You're using a forward, upward motion. And you're using momentum. Alright, so let's give it a throw and see how it works. And that's how you do it, folks. Now when you pull it up, you want to kind of pop the net closed. And this will, if you're fishing shallow, this will have it crawl off the bottom and prevent the fish from escaping. So that's pretty much all right, guys. So that's the gist of how to throw a larger net. Remember, cast nets come in a variation of length and mesh sizes. A general rule of thumb is that the net must have 1.5 pounds of lead per radius foot. That's what works best for me. The smaller the mesh, the slower the sinking rate's going to be. That's because as the net falls, it has a lot more friction because it's grabbing. The water has to go through such smaller holes, if that makes sense. 1/4 inch is ideal for 8 feet or less of water, and is perfect for small greenbacks, glass minnows, and small pinfish. 3/8 inch mesh, which I'm using today, is good for 12 feet or less of water, and it's typically used for medium greenback, shad, pinfish, thread fins, and small mullet. Now a 5/8 inch mesh net is good for 20 feet or less of water, and it's ideal for large greenbacks, shad, big pinfish, big thread fins, medium mullet, and ladyfish. And 1 inch, of course, 1 inch mesh is deep water and used for large baits such as huge mullet, large shad, and the notorious ladyfish. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video tutorial on how to throw a large cast net. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to post your questions on the YouTube page or go to saltyscales.com. And guys, if you like the videos, please give a thumbs up and subscribe, and we appreciate your support. We'll see you on the water.